The excitement of New York Knickerbocker basketball has proven to be contagious. The Knicks' style of play, along with the surrounding charisma of championships, a magnificent home arena, and a substantial number of away games on television, has attracted thousands of new fans. Whether these new fans are women trying to please the man in their life, or youngsters just learning about basketball, we'd like to take a few minutes to illustrate some of the basics that might help further their enjoyment and understanding of NBA basketball. There are two different clocks ticking off time. The scoreboard clock shows the amount of time remaining to play. Each game is 48 minutes in length, divided into four 12-minute quarters. The scoreboard clock will run from 12 minutes down to 0 for each period of play. The clock in each corner of the court at floor level is the 24-second clock. Under NBA rules, a team must shoot within 24 seconds of the moment they gain possession. Every time a shot either goes into the basket or hits the rim, the clock will recycle back to 24. If a team can't score or get a shot off, the 24-second violation is called. There is also a 10-second violation. When a team brings the ball inbounds or gains possession in the backcourt, they must advance the ball across the half-court line within 10 seconds. Failure to do so will result in a loss of possession. There's a 5-second time limit on getting the ball in play from out of bounds. Following a basket or a turnover, when the ball changes hands and the team about to take the offensive starts with an inbounds pass, that pass must be made within 5 seconds from the moment the official hands them the ball. If the ball is not passed in before the 5 seconds expire, possession goes over to the other team. You often hear a play-by-play broadcaster refer to the key. Well, there it is, the keyhole-shaped pattern from beyond the foul line to the basket. Now, the darkened area of the key is the 3-second violation zone. No offensive player is permitted to stand in that portion of the court for 3 consecutive seconds. This rule keeps the big men moving, so they can't just wait under the basket for rebounds and easy stuff shots. The term jump ball refers to the official throwing the ball up between two opposing players. Their leaps and subsequent action will determine possession of the ball. Every game begins with a jump ball. Each quarter opens with a jump ball. But there are other occasions for it when two players grab the ball simultaneously and actual possession is not clear in the opinion of the official. There is some confusion among new fans in differentiating between personal fouls and team fouls. Each individual player is allowed 6 personal fouls before he's automatically out of the game. Each team is permitted 4 fouls in a quarter. Each individual's foul counts toward that team total. At the scorer's bench, you can see the scorer displaying numbered signs, P for personal fouls, T for team fouls. The team fouls over and above 4 in each quarter will bring on the penalty situation where each 1-shot foul becomes a 2-shot foul, and each 2-shot foul results in 3 chances to make 2 shots. A technical foul can occur when a coach or player is guilty of abusing the officials. Whether it's too much complaining, use of profanity, or slamming the ball in disgust, it all adds up to a free foul shot. We'll end with shooting terms, like this hook shot, a layup, a jump shot, a stuff shot. And when the announcer just yells, "Wow!" it's usually something like this.
Professional basketball opener in the Garden, the Rochester Royals versus the Boston Celtics. Strong teams representing the East and West divisions of the NBA. They are the team captains, Ed McCauley and Red Holzman at center court. Rochester's ball, and Red Holzman, one of the game's fine veterans, tries a long set. So wish.
bullseye shooting by the New York Knicks is what makes them so very effective. Now, through the magic of film and some home team editing, let's settle back and watch some superior marksmanship. Rookies and veterans alike sizzle the chords from all ranges and angles. Coach Red Holzman comments.
Basically, of course, the players today are so much better than when I played. There's no question about that. They're bigger, they're better. Players are quicker. They can do so many things that the fellas playing the game when I played could do. But the basic approach to the game hasn't changed. I think basically you're trying to free a man for the best percentage shot he can get. Now, what happens today is that the percentage shot is one that we wouldn't think would be a good percentage shot when I was playing, because we couldn't make it as well as these fellas could make it. But today, there are a lot of percentage shots that these fellas can make that we'd have to pass up. And also the quickness and the size of all these fellas and the things they can do just make it that much, get them out so far in front. I think there's big difference.
Statistically, the difference is immediately apparent. In 1946, the Knicks shot 27.9% from the field. During the past 4 seasons, they've averaged over 46%, an improvement of some 18 percentage points since the team's inception. Does the name Jumpin' Joe Fulks ring a bell? Fulks was the first league scoring champion, and then in 1949, he tallied an unheard of 63 points in a single game. But Fulks' shooting average was just 31%, a far cry from the likes of Walt Frazier, Bill Bradley, and the current Knicks. Today, even the big men hit from outside with consistency. Not only are the shooting percentages higher, but the degree of difficulty is greater too. 20 years ago, could you have imagined an NBA center even attempting a Lucas bomb? Earl the Pearl Monroe has moves and shots you can't believe, but he connected on 49% from the field last year. Even the Knicks substitutes can burn the net right off the hoop. Coach Red Holzman sure did tell it like it is. The players today really are that much better.
Knicks rebounding.
Rebounding is where the action is and where the bodies fly in professional basketball. Defensive rebounds are a team's bread and butter. Offensive rebounds are the dessert. The Knicks players discuss the rugged art of rebounding at both ends of the court.
I think that in offensive rebound you have to be constantly moving, because if you stand still, the defensive man will definitely block you off the boards. And with him between you and the basket, it's very difficult to get a rebound over a guy. And that the other team doesn't have a 7'2" center grabbing all the rebounds. Well, I think defensive rebounding, again, is a matter of position. Mostly, I think you have to always be between your man and the basket. And if you can do that, you have 5 men on your team, and each one does his job. Somewhere you're going to form a triangle or a circle in some respects, and you're going to have the inside. Unless the ball bounces very deep, your team should get the rebound.
I think offensive rebound is just the knack to be with the ball at, and using one of my assets, which is my speed and my quickness, in order to get to the basket before the other defenders get there. I think, you know, anybody can become a defensive rebound employing certain techniques and fundamentals, such as boxing your man out and not going to the board before the ball hits the basket.
Basically, my game is keeping people off the boards. However, if I'm going to the basket, I like to keep my man concentrated on me, aware of the fact that I might be getting the ball, even though the shot is going up and he can't see the shot. And then he's aware of playing me on defense. Well, my personal job is to clear the way for Willis or Dave, or if Willis isn't in the game, then it's my job to go get the ball and take it off the board or the hoop. But I'm not the rebounder that Dave DeBuscher is or Willis Reed. So if I'm in the game and those two men are in the game, then I try to take the men out of the play so they have a clear path to the hoop.
Well, offensive rebounds I don't get too many of because I have to protect the backcourt. But defensively, I go to the boards real strong because our team is not a very strong rebounding team. And for the last 2 or 3 years, I've been the third leading rebounder on the team as a backcourt man. Because a lot of times, like when I make a steal or I come up with the rebound, I'm out of position. But, you know, they're knowing what I'm going to do at a given time. They can back up for me. So again, team play plays a big part in my rebounding and making steals.
Offensive rebounding is very difficult. To try to get around a big man and get in there consistently and get the ball is very, very difficult. Defensively, of course, it's another story. I think a primary job of a defensive rebounder is not necessarily to get the ball himself, but to see to it that his opponent doesn't get the ball. And I think most coaches coach this way. And as a result, it's difficult to get offensive rebounds, but not too difficult to get a defensive rebound. There's somebody on your team to get it if you do what you should do.
To block out my man on defensive rebounds so that he won't get an offensive rebound. That's my main job. Offensive rebounding I don't do much of, mainly because I have the jumping ability of about an inch, and I wouldn't get too many. So sometimes I hang around about 15 feet in case there's a long rebound. But other than that, my offensive rebound job is essentially to make sure that I'm back on defense so that they don't get a fast break.
Well, I think offensive rebound is probably one of the toughest portions of the game, especially because nowadays guys are very big. And it's a tough aspect because, number one, you have to try to get around in front of the defensive man who's generally behind you all the time, especially if you're playing in the middle or forward position. So what you try to do is fake the man one position, one way, and then go to the opposite direction and hopefully that you're in the spot where the ball will bounce off at. Defensive rebounding, basically what you try to do is once the ball goes up, make contact with your man and keep that man in that position and watch the flight of the ball thereafter. And generally if you do that, you'll have pretty good success doing that.
The New York Knicks and the Madison Square Garden fans have a mutual love affair going that has survived the test of time. The fans love the Knicks. The Knicks love them right back. Coach Red Holzman, the fans, and the players express it all this way.
The fans in the Garden give the team a great lift, and it seems you can do a lot more when they're like that, and you can come back from a lot of places that you really have no business coming back from. We've had some great rallies and done some amazing things, and it's great to have fans like that going for it. I think they're worth a lot to the team.
The New York fans probably understand basketball better than any fans in the league.
That's why we win all the time, because of the great fans we have here.
I love Dave DeBuscher.
The importance of the Garden fans to our ball club is hard to measure in points. I think that the importance of the game, there's a certain sense and feeling when you walk into this gymnasium that even if your team is sort of flat, the people are never flat.
And I think the New York fans are the most sophisticated, knowledgeable fans in the country.
We love the Knicks. What else can I say? I just think the Knicks are the greatest team, and that's it.
Because the Knicks play the best basketball in the league. There's no doubt about that.
I like Phil Jackson. I think he's really cute.
When we were playing Milwaukee last year, we were down by 19 points, 6 minutes to go in the game, and they never scored another point. The fans' energy that was on the court was incredible.
It's more than energy, it's decibel count. The Garden fans can be absolutely deafening at the most crucial times.
Well, I found after living in New York for 21 years, you got to be loud to be heard.
Knicks fans are the best in the league because they're the loudest in the league.
I like the Knicks because they're always making great comebacks.
I think that it's because that we've been a consistent loser for so long, and now that we're up there to stay.
Well, I think the Garden fans are a big asset to us. Not only are there a lot of people here, practically 20,000 every night, but they're very vocal people and they're very sophisticated basketball fans. I think without a doubt they know basketball better than any other fans in the country.
New York fans love a team that plays together and have a team concept. They're an exciting playmaking ball club.
I love Walt Frazier.
Well, I think the Garden fans are like an extra man, really. Like we have 6 guys when we play in the Garden because the fans are so vocal. I think at times when the Knicks have a spurt going, they have a tendency to disrupt the other team's offense or defense, and they make a few turnovers. And I think this enables us to get a jump on opposition.
The fans know why the Knicks can get that jump.
Basically, their togetherness. Because they play so well under pressure.
Garden fans are the best in the United States for several reasons. First of all, they are the most knowledgeable fans, and they come in and really have no inhibitions about either voicing their approval or displeasure with the way we play.
I think a lot of teams sometimes come into the Garden and they're overwhelmed by the New York crowd. So I think in their own right, they won a lot of games for us.
Every Knicks fan has a particular reason for coming to Madison Square Garden.
Well, the thing was, if I didn't love basketball in the Knicks, I couldn't live with my husband.
I like the style of playing.
They outshine everybody else.
The enthusiasm, the game itself, the people here.
It's New York that makes them go bananas.
The New York fans know a good team when they see one.
Everybody comes here looking for a good time, and they always get a good time.